And sure enough, they claimed that in no way was Sam trying to smear Mike Cernovich except for Sam's own statement. The idea is direct funding insulates my show from his attacks, and I can continue to discredit him without fear of reprisal. Today we have internet drama because Sam Seder, a contributor to MSNBC, a left-wing commentator and host of The Majority Report, will not have his contract renewed with MSNBC following a controversy dealing with a tweet he posted 9 years ago. The tweet in question read, "Don't care re Polanski, but I hope if my daughter is ever raped, it is by an older, truly talented man with a great sense of mise-en-scène." According to The Wrap, MSNBC has decided not to renew its contract with contributor Sam Seder after an old tweet emerged in which Seder joked about Roman Polanski raping his daughter. Seder's contract ends in February, and he has no scheduled appearances between now and then, a spokesperson for MSNBC told The Wrap. A person familiar with the situation said the decision to sever ties with Seder was directly related to the Polanski matter. Internally, there was disgust over the tweet, said the individual. The tweet was first brought to wide attention last month by the pro-Trump journalist and activist Mike Cern. Immediately, you had people on the left coming to the defense of Sam Seder saying this is ridiculous, MSNBC has been misled, and that Mike Cern is smearing him in an attempt to get him off the air. So now we have some mudslinging. In response to these posts and the campaign from Mike Cern, Sam Seder began highlighting some of Cernovich's past behavior on his Twitter account. In one retweet from Nathan Bernard, there's a website called Cernovich Leaks, deleted tweets, videos, and articles from Mike Cernovich that are particularly offensive. On December 1st, Sam tweeted, "This is a nice compilation of tweets from the man smearing me as he has done to many people before," and this is from Mayday Mindy, who said, "Hey at Cernovich, any comment on your hate tweets promoting rape, date rape, sexual assault, hate on women, and hate on older women with cancer? Below is a copy of your deleted tweets. I have more on racist and on black hate. I would be more than happy to post them," and she tags at Alyssa Milano and hashtag MeToo. Now, offense is in the eye of the beholder. If Sam Seder made a joke about Roman Polanski and people were not offended by it, that's them, but some people were offended by it. And these previous posts from Mike Cernovich that have now since been deleted, apparently, are also presumably offensive. Things like, "Have you guys ever tried raping a girl without using force? Try it. It's basically impossible. Date rape does not exist." Or, "A woman over 40 is indistinguishable from a tranny." But there is certainly something interesting coming out of all of this. In this fight, this mudslinging, Mike Cernovich highlighted an old tweet, said it was a joke and it was offensive. The left tried defending Sam by saying, "No, it's out of context. You're smearing Sam. It's a misrepresentation." Well, MSNBC didn't think so. I'm fairly certain that they understand it's a joke, and they are not going to renew Seder's contract. Sam Seder responded almost similarly by posting previous things that Mike Cernovich had said that are considered offensive that Cernovich had deleted. But there's one important factor. Sam Seder has a contract with a big company that didn't like what he said and is not going to renew him. Mike Cernovich works for himself, and his fans don't care about what he said in the past, in which case Mike is going to keep on keeping on just fine, and Sam is the one who's facing trouble. Following this, Sam Seder launched a GoFundMe. Currently, it's at $11,765, and he says, MSNBC just caved to Mike Cernovich, an alt-right figure immersed in the white supremacy movement who launched the Pizzagate conspiracy. And Felix Salmon, a journalist, asked Sam Seder what he was planning to do with this money, saying, "What exactly are you intending to do with the proceeds of the GoFundMe that you just set up? How is $50,000 supposed to stop Cernovich's tactics?" And he posted a response from Sam. "Hey Felix, I'm trying to stay off Twitter until tomorrow, but someone forwarded your tweet and I think it was a fair question. The simple answer is to keep my daily show, MajorityReport.fm, on the air. Cernovich has certainly wiped out my MSNBC revenue, but more significantly, I've already lost advertisers from the free version of my podcast. I don't know the specifics. My ad server has not made a tally and it's still in flux. Mark Marone's WTF Pod Twitter put out something in reference to this the other day. Anyway, the idea is direct funding insulates my show from his attacks and I can continue to discredit him without fear of reprisal." So first, let's bring up the favor that Mike Cernovich inadvertently did for Sam Seder. Sam Seder is losing revenue because MSNBC won't renew him. But now, because of all the attention he's getting, he's able to fundraise. Albeit a GoFundMe is a one-off contribution, and he probably should be pushing a Patreon. But this is giving a lot of attention to Sam Seder and his show, And many people on the left are coming to his defense, essentially giving him free PR, which is an opportunity for him to insulate himself as he has described and become independent and protected from further events like this. But you can also see at the bottom where he says, I can continue to discredit him without fear of reprisal. And this to me exemplifies exactly what's going on. Mudslinging. There's an old saying that if you get into a pissing contest, you might win, but you're still covered in piss. And to me, that's all I see. I'm not sure anyone involved in this fight actually cares about what is right. Sam Seder posted a joke 9 years ago, and the tweet's been deleted. It was a stupid joke and it offended some people, but in my opinion, so what? It's a joke and people make jokes, and there are comedians who make far worse jokes who no one ever talks about. If we decide that we're going to return in kind, the kind of tactics they're using against us, to use against them, whatever side you might be on, then things just get worse. In fact, Mike Cern tweeted, my tactics are using methods like @KFile uses on conservatives. Dig through social media with the team, find bad stuff, and write it up. KFile is my role model and is who I copy. Someone responded to Cernovich by saying, KFile is an effective hitman for his progressive cult, no doubt, to which Cernovich responded, yes, I watched what he did to conservatives and thought, why don't we do that to his side? It worked rather well, and we found over 100 far left-wing journalists with fireable tweets. 2018, this project goes live. And what will be the result of this kind of action? Well, as the left progressively punishes the speech of others and criticizes them for making jokes they say are offensive, and now people who are associated with the right start doing the same thing, we're going to come to a point where free speech is essentially gone. Sometimes, in order to escape the trap, you have to do the opposite of what you'd expect. It's like a Chinese finger trap. The more you pull out, the worse you make it. And if Cernovich is going to use the tactics of the left against them, then both sides are going to continue to escalate this until people can't say anything. I did a video yesterday, which you may have seen, where I talked about how white men are now a protected class on Facebook. And this resulted in women getting banned for saying men are scum. Many of the people associated with the left attack white people and attack men, and now their speech has been silenced as well. And this is the problem. If this is the tactic that's going to be used by people, and both sides agree to just make it worse, that's just escalation. And things are not going to get better. It's almost like there's no point trying to get involved in issues like this. Yesterday I posted a tweet where I said, Sam Seder will not be renewed by MSNBC following a campaign to highlight a past tweet in part by Cernovich. Sam tried using the same tactics to smear Mike, however there is no one to fire him and his fans don't care. And that's just true. The people who follow Mike Cernovich don't care about his past transgressions. In fact, I'm sure some of them actually like the things he said in the past. Sam Seder works for MSNBC, and they don't like what he posted in the past, so he's not going to have his contract renewed. It's that simple. It doesn't matter whose side you're on. But sure enough, the Partisans came out in force, accusing me of defending Cernovich somehow in this tweet, somehow by saying that Cernovich's fans don't care about his past posts, which are considered highly offensive, is somehow defending him. And sure enough, they claimed that in no way was Sam trying to smear Mike Cernovich, except for Sam's own statement. The idea is direct funding insulates my show from his attacks, and I can continue to discredit him without fear of reprisal. Now, normally I don't like to comment on stupid Twitter drama or bickering between personalities, but this, I feel like it's more important. This is normally something I would reserve for my second channel, and I was thinking about it for a while. But then I started to think, you know what? If the left, if journalists are going to attack people based on things they posted a long time ago, and now people are scared to make jokes, they're scared to tweet, if people are told that certain things are hate speech and can get you banned from a platform, if we're going to see women banned from Facebook for saying men are scum, and things are heading in a bad direction, and then if the right, the people who are normally supposed to be defending free speech, or at least who were typically this past year were the ones screaming for free speech, are going to adopt similar tactics, then we are truly headed down a dark path. I think you should be allowed to make a joke. I said this yesterday before all of this Sam Seder Cernovich stuff happened. You should be able to say almost whatever you want. I mean, short of creating clear and imminent threats, death threats and things. I mean, like, you can make jokes. Jokes should be okay. You should be allowed to be a dick. It's not illegal to be a jerk. And if we're gonna move in this direction, we're gonna end up in a future where everyone's just smiling all the time and scared to say anything wrong. Either that, we end up in a future where people just work for themselves, and people like Cernovich can do this because there's no one to fire them. So I guess we'll see what happens as time goes on. But let me know what you think in the comments below. How do you feel about this campaign? Should Mike Cernovich have done this? Should MSNBC have fired Sam Seder? Well, they didn't really fire him, but should they renew his contract come February? We'll keep the conversation going. If you want to support my work, you can go to timcast.com/donate. Give whatever you'd like or give nothing at all. My videos are always free and available every day at 4 p.m. You can follow me on Twitter for breaking news and live streams around the world at Timcast. Check out my second channel because I'm going to address more of the direct commentary about this incident on my second channel, and that'll be at 4:30. So go and subscribe because that'll be more irreverent and just me commenting on some of the responses I got about the story. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow.